Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you about winter coats. If there is anything that has vexed me more over the years, it has been trying to figure out a way to wear winter coats, to stay warm and still feel really chic and polished and not feel like I'm just bulking and junking up my outfit. So today I'm going to run you through a couple winter coat wearing options that I definitely have embraced now that my husband and I are living in the mountains. I encourage you all to shop your own closet, get in there, play, see if you can replicate some of these looks based on what you have. But if you do have gaps, I will have some of these that are still available listed and linked down below. I'm sure I sound like a broken record extolling the virtues of a beautiful wool coat. You guys know I love my natural fibers. So specifically in the winter time, I'm looking for outerwear that consists of wool, cashmere, responsibly sourced down. So one of my favorite winter coats has become this one. You all have seen many times before, but it is an unlined Italian wool coat. The reason why I love an unlined wool coat is because since it doesn't have a lining, it affords you the ability to creatively layer pieces underneath without feeling like Randy from A Christmas Story, where it's like, I can't even move my arms. So obviously a coat like this, because it is 100% wool, will totally keep you warm in the colder weather. However, if you want to add visual interest, or especially with me living where we do, it was -27 a week ago. So you have to do something in terms of layering just to stand being outside for 2 minutes. What I've loved doing lately is taking some spring and fall lightweight jackets and layering them underneath the heavier wool coat. So the first one I pulled is this green coat here. So it's kind of like a chore coat, but notice how thin it is. This is 100% cotton. So it's doing two things. Because it's a natural fiber, I'm able to layer multiple layers underneath and on top, and I'm not going to feel that heat just trapped against my body and making me sweat to death. Natural fibers do a gorgeous job of circulating air. Therefore, it keeps you feeling very comfortable, not overheated, which for me is key. So the other thing I love about this is the fact that obviously it has some color, right? So it's a way to just inject a little bit of color, a little bit of personality into a winter outfit, which to me makes a lot of sense and is very helpful if you are somebody like me whose wardrobe just in general defaults to something more neutral. This just kind of like adds a little bit of breath of fresh air to your outfit. Now, the other way I like to layer under a wool coat to keep warm is to use my blazer not only as a piece to zhuzh up an outfit, but just thinking about it from a functional standpoint, it's also going to keep me warm. Again, always leaning into natural fibers when it comes to my blazers. This is 100% wool. It's actually vintage. I stole it from my mom's closet, and I love this blazer so much because not only can I pop it over a knit like the top I'm wearing now and feel totally comfortable indoors, when I step outside, it layers beautifully under one of my other unlined wool coats. So this is basically the same version of the ivory one I just showed you, just in this beautiful brown color. Not only are these two layers keeping me really warm and cozy without putting me into like overheating mode, but I love the fact that much like that green jacket adds a pop of color underneath the ivory coat, the pattern of this blazer is a fun way to add a little bit of fresh air to your winter outfit. This is also fun because of the lapels, right? You can position them on top of the lapels of your coat just to add that pop of print, the pattern, also very menswear inspired if that is your style vibe. This next jacket isn't going to seem very earth-shattering, but I'm showing it because it brings up a couple really valid points when it comes to ways that we can stay warm and still look polished and chic with what we're wearing and not feel bulked up. So you guys know I love a leather jacket. So what I'm doing with this look is I'm styling this leather jacket. Again, obviously it's a natural fiber. It really does a beautiful job of keeping you warm because this one in particular has a pretty nice lining to it as well. But instead of trying to layer another jacket underneath, I know this is going to sound totally earth-shattering, but I actually just default to a really cozy scarf. And for some of you, you might be thinking, as I've said, there's nothing groundbreaking about wearing a scarf, but hear me out. Most scarves these days are made from acrylic, which is a synthetic fiber. And I have personally found in the past that when I was doing like the whole blanket scarf thing, I would feel so bulked up and uncomfortable. The fabric itself drove my skin crazy. It was so itchy. So I just went on a mission to try to find an organic cotton scarf, and I finally found one. And the reason why I love this is because it is so plush, but it's not so thick that you feel like you're being smothered. And for me, that's very, very important. So it's also just your traditional, I guess you'd call this an oblong style. So you can very easily just casually wrap it around your neck. You can do a little knot, whatever. But the reason why I like this is because this to me functions much like a puffer vest does, in the sense that it's sitting mainly on my torso, right? So it's keeping that area of my body very warm, and it's keeping my arms free from feeling constricted or bulked up. I have found that even in the coldest weather, this scarf does a bang up job of keeping me warm, and I just love the chicness it brings to an outfit. It's something so simple, but it just adds that little zhuzh to make your outfit seem really special and also thoughtfully curated. Okay guys, and the final winter coat layering combination I want to show you is how to incorporate something like a denim, I was going to say vest, a denim jacket underneath a bulkier winter coat. So oftentimes denim jackets, I think, tend to get pushed back into our closets in the wintertime because we just think this is going to do nothing to keep me warm. And that's actually not true, because when we layer on top of it, it creates this really comfortable warmth. Again, not overheating you, very breathable because it's a denim jacket. It's 100% organic cotton, at least this one is. But even if you find 100% cotton, it's still going to have that beautiful breathability. So what I like to do is, especially when I bust out my leggings, I will put, let's say, a black hoodie on. I will then layer this on, and when I go outside, I will reach for a slightly oversized, kind of long-ish, responsibly sourced down puffer jacket. I love this jacket. Oh my gosh. Because it is down, again, it's keeping you very warm, but it's also very breathable. And because it's slightly oversized, it allows you to layer underneath. So combined, because I have a little extra room in the arms, they're not super tight, I'm able to put underneath a organic cotton hoodie and then a organic cotton denim jacket. And I never feel constricted. I never feel like I'm overheating. Plus, I just love the way that the denim peeks out from underneath the down jacket, because in this instance, I'm wearing basically all black. And the denim serves two purposes, actually three. So it's another layer to keep me warm, right? It's also adding a pop of color. It's also adding a little bit of texture. And for me, I've just found that if I'm going to love an outfit, it has to have some sort of element to it, whether it's a third piece like a blazer or a little bit of texture like ribbing on a shirt. Something, anything, just to add interest to an otherwise ordinary outfit. And also keep in mind, when we're thinking about adding texture to our winter outfits, obviously Like I didn't wear my cashmere beanies in the modeling of these jackets, but these are two of my favorites. I just got an ivory cashmere beanie, a black cashmere beanie, and they do a beautiful job of keeping my head warm without, again, making me feel like, oh my gosh, I'm literally overheating and I'm sweating to death underneath all these layers. Okay, guys, that'll do it for some of my favorite ways to wear winter coats and jackets. Coming up with really interesting ways to layer underneath, layer on top, just to add that visual interest to your look. But obviously, like the number one priority here is to stay warm. And as I said, historically, I would go outside and just freeze to death because I hate when I feel like I'm bulking up my outfit or junking it up with just this layer thrown on top that strictly is functional. There has to be some sort of aesthetic value to it to make me feel confident and happy with what I am wearing. But in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.